video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm playing some God of War 1 and I just wanted to do this art as an experiment, playing with some commentary. I've been playing so far, obviously silently, but I have a few things that I could say as I go out. Hopefully it works out, because I'm not really that confident in my ability to make it, what I have to say, that interesting. Okay, we've got the thing. This area here, see, has a lot of like doors. Some of them are wooden and you can break them to get some stuff behind them. Came this way already. Some enemies, you always got to be careful around those corners. The game likes to get you around a corner. I also apologize if there's any kind of like annoying breathing, anything like that. I don't really have a very good setup for recording. I'm just using my headphones that I have. Hopefully it all works out for the best. And I'm also not used to commentating while I'm playing. I hope that doesn't affect my performance. With these guys here, not a lot to say. They're one of the most basic enemies in the game. They do have a couple of attacks to watch out for. They have this attack where they randomly spin around. If I get hit by them, it's probably going to be by that. The organs here, they give magic when defeated, so I might as well use my magic when fighting them. I should mention I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty with no additional restrictions. I have done some challenge runs in the past. I've done no upgrades run. These are all on very hard. No upgrades run, no upgrades run plus in this particular entry. Same with 2 and 3. I've done no upgrades run plus those. Some of the most annoying enemies in these games are the archers. I cannot stand these archers. You saw there, they knocked it off. Not kidding. Now I'm too distracted talking about the archers to focus on my organs. So when they shoot the light at you, you should probably know if you're watching this video. I doubt many random people are going to take the time to watch this. It's just going to be the people I showed it to and whatever remains of the Ultimate God of War Union, which I don't know that much about, like the really old history of the Union, from, you know, back when like God of War 2 and such were new, and people like God Mode God were making up the rules of the Pain and the Pain Plus runs. I have done Pain Plus of the PSP games, and I just chose those because they were short. Certain things like, I don't know if I'll ever do Pain Plus of God of War 2, just because it's so annoying to not be able to use the Golden Fleece. I'm not even sure if I'd want to do a Pain. I have done no other run, but it wasn't a pretty victory. I got through the endurance run with no Clotho. I just Might of the King chipping through the walls, which is a pretty cheap way to do it. Let's see, is there anything here? I think I may have already gotten one of these here. Alright, so the archer, I was talking about the archers. This game has several parts where the archers are just awful. There's a part in Hades where there's just this huge wall of archers and you have to jump across these things. You can kill them with magic, but that's pretty annoying to have to do. These guys here, and you can use them, as you saw there, to throw at other enemies for collision damage. You got collision damage had its heyday in God of War 2, where it scales with the difficulty in like a weird reverse way, where it's like the more damage enemies do to you, the more damage your collision does. Collision damage. So in God of War 2, if you're playing like on the hardest difficulty, then collisions are extremely high damage. Especially if you're using the General Kratos costume. And there's people out there who've done like General Kratos Pain Plus with the Barbarian Hammer, so you can't even like roll during the fight with Zeus. You have to use the, what do you call it? The Typhon's Bane tricking to get the invincibility frames to dodge certain abilities. That's laying it on pretty thick. I don't know if I could do something like that.
Go, go,
go! Alright, we're in this Tunnels of Athens. Playing as Kratos, my personal favorite, all-time favorite video game character to play as. Not a very big fan of the so-called newer Kratos from the God of War reboot series. I don't really even consider those to be the same character, considering that they have very little in common, despite looking the same. They don't even really look that similar. See Ares in the back. God damn it. Some of the jumping parts of this game are kind of janky. The part of the challenge of Hades comes to mind where you have to walk along the beams, and if you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. And jump over the things, the blades. Ares in the background, you can see his beard is and hair on fire. It's pretty inconsistent how the fiery beard and hair are portrayed. You see there, it all looks like kind of one piece. So I'm full on everything. See what we can do about defeating these enemies. I believe there's a new enemy in this encounter, the Wraiths, who return for God of War 2. Yeah, there they are. They can like burrow under the ground somehow, come out. You'll see that's how they, one of the ways they attack you. Alright, there's Kratos there. That's controlled by me. Easy way to deal with these guys is just with grabs. Like you can grab them and they seem to be immune during the grab. If you just hold block, then you're unlikely to talk about collisions. I believe it's definitely possible in God of War 2 to get collision damage. It's hard to do. You gotta use the Orion Harpoon. Missed my block there. Let's see if I can get it. It's not letting me do it. Do it very quickly. There we go. So you can get it. Oh, there we go. I got some collision damage here. Yeah, the archer would hit me. Archers is annoying. Taken care of. You get collision damage pretty easily out of these guys. You can launch them in a number of ways to an Orion's weapon. You can even move it around if this one left and right. I don't think you can do that in any of the other God of War games. And you can also get ring outs that way too in this one, which I don't think returns in any of the other games. Ring outs do, but not ones by redirecting the Orion's weapon like that. Maybe I'll do some ring outs like that later on in the run. It's a little early to need to worry about ring outs, since that's usually something you do worry about. Like the further you get into the game, the more relevant ring outs tend to become, because this early in the game, the enemies don't even have that much health anyways, even on hard difficulty. We got these guys. See how I was able to move them with the Orion's Harpoon? You can do some good stuff with that if you know how to do it. Like there, I was able to get some collision damage. In the corner, I need to have a corner here. Big Cyclops. And you just saw there, like the Cyclops, these Cyclops are quite easy to deal with, except for this one move that they have where they like stumble forward, hit you, that doesn't have much build-up, much wind-up, so it's hard to see coming. Alright, so you got this guy killed. Man, Kratos sure is mean. That's one of the reasons I like playing this game so much, is the needless cruelty that he displays. Makes it more interesting, and it makes it more cathartic. You know, if you're playing like a very difficult run, and you spend hours on a single fight like I did in some of my runs, which, if you're going to do challenge runs, you're going to run into some really, really tough stuff like the Translator in God of War 2 is a famous roadblock for a lot of people.
Go, go, go! Ares has breached the city! One
Okay, so we've got one of the jumping parts here. This first God of War has a good amount of like jumping and climbing parts. They tone that back in later games. Although God of War 3 has those awful parts where you have to like go through the tunnels, or you're like falling or possibly going up really fast and go through the tunnels. And it's really fast. And on the hardest difficulty you take a lot of damage and you make a mistake, and it's very easy to make a mistake unless you have to memorize. I just don't like it. See here. Right, I got distracted there. My phone made a noise. That's why I got it. Okay, sorry. Hopefully I'll find a save point because I need to go do something. Sorry if I lost track of what I was talking about there. So, climbing on this stuff. There's a save point right there. So here's where we're going to get a magic here in a minute. Is there a fight in this room? I think there is when you come back this way. Alright everyone, I'll come back again. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep up with the commentary for every single segment, but I might bring it back, especially if people enjoy it. Thank you all so much for watching.